video and it kind of uploaded. It doesn't have the quality I would like. So now I'm going to try doing the video that I've wanted to put up here for a couple weeks, even though it's a little on the tardy side. I wanted to do it in to the video I did saying Scouts get out now. I've thought about it a lot, and I've had a very hard time trying to say what I'd like to say without getting all upset, yelling and screaming and throwing things and shaking and scaring everybody watching the video. I want to make it very clear, I don't mean to offend anybody. I only hope that you're educated and intelligent enough to understand what I, nice guy, old man, am sharing with you this morning. I want to talk a little bit about the Boy Scouts. And I said in the first video I did on the subject, it received a tremendous amount of very hateful comments. I think it's good. If you want to write a hateful comment, at least it identifies who you are. I don't know why, but it's good to know who the hateful people are so we can detach and not be associating with them. So feel free to post your hate. But I want the Scouts to understand there are few people that have a greater love for the program than I do. I spent I think probably around 38 years in the Scout program. And you don't spend that amount of time, put that much effort into something if it isn't really important to you. Because I always felt, because when I was a Boy Scout, it had a great impact on my life. I wish I could say I was an eagle, but I fell short. I could not swim, and for some reason the scout leaders looked at me as a child and said, I think he's too fast. I don't think he can swim. And they said, well, maybe he's going to be more buoyant. But it just was one of those problems. I had more than enough merit badges, but I lacked life-saving and swimming. So if you're going to drown, don't look to me for help. I don't know why my scoutmaster did not teach me to swim. He did talk about drowning me on several occasions. That's not what the video's about. I don't mean to be light or make funny stuff in this video. I just want to make the point that I remember, and I know other people that are the same as I, that remember their scoutmasters and they can't remember their teacher in grade school, their teachers in high school. I remember one from high school, Mr. Donahue, and I remember some from the seminary, which there's a whole series of videos about those professors in the seminary. I remember them too, but mainly I remember scoutmasters, and I remember the first night away from home and how in the tent I was terrified. I never slept, not one wink. I kept worrying about snakes, bugs, and spiders. Hit the guy next to me, said, I think that's a black widow. And he goes, no, it's not a black widow. It's a ladybug. Oh, I was concerned about that. He said, yeah, you're the same guy that set the tent up at the poison sumac. Well, but those memories I've cherished. The Scouts now allowing gay kids to join. That's not good. It's really bad. And I'm going to try to make my case, if you will be so kind, as to keep calm, don't throw anything and break your computer. They're very expensive. Kids are in the Scout program from the age of 8 until 18, as they go through the whole program. And if they attend meetings every single week, and they say the Scout oath, on my honor I will do my best, that is what they say, and they follow the Scout law, and they go out and do good turns daily. And there's stellar in the program. Maybe this kid will make Eagle, the President of the United States, will write him a letter and saying, you are an exceptional citizen, and I, the President, am very proud of you. Now this child has put 8 years into the program, and one day he turns 18. What message do you send him when you tell him, I'm sorry, but you're gay? You must leave our program because you will molest children. How dare you teach young children, flexible, moldable as they are, that every adult male is a molester? How dare you do that? There are doctors that are gay. There are teachers that are gay. There are gay lawyers, gay cake bakers. There are gay people throughout society that do not molest children. We all agree molesting children is wrong, and if a teacher molests a child, they get in trouble. If a doctor molests a patient, he gets in trouble. You see, the whole part of being educated tells you that you don't molest those that you mentor, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, or a cake baker. It's wrong, 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 and it's not professional. What you need to do, if you're going to take these gay kids in, and this is what I want you to think about. Gay marriage is available to many citizens throughout the United States. It's guaranteed under our Constitution, and eventually the Supreme Court will tell us that that is the case. Gay people were created by the same Creator that made you and I. Gay people might be God's answer to abortion, a group of people that can love but not create more population, a group of people that can take over the children that are unloved and give them a family. What you're offering these young gay people that you mentor is harm. Now, they have several options. One is they're going to be living their life thinking they're a molester because you've told them that and you mentored them for 8 years and they respect your opinions. I always respected my scoutmaster, so you shouldn't be around them. The other option, of course, is that they get married, and then, of course, we have two screwed up people. We have the former Boy Scout who's now screwed up because he's getting into a divorce and their children are going to be in separate homes. It's a mess. Or the girl, of course, who's married a man that she thought loved him and then realized that the guy doesn't love him. There's so much more to marriage than sex, but being not married at this point, divorced, I can't go into that. I'm not an expert in the subject. But I know as a child goes through life alone, living two lives, trying to hide what he is, that you could have done something to help that, and you didn't. Why do you have these kids around when all you can do is hurt them? You're never going to change them. Psychology will tell you that you can't change the orientation. It's like in the genes, in the DNA. There has to be a time when you understand that people fought and died in this country to give the people the right to life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, and you take all three of those away. And the Scouts, on the records they don't bring out and show everybody, if they would look back, maybe they just want to hide their heads from the fact. Many former Scouts have committed suicide because they couldn't live a life without love, a life without a family, and they had to hide it until they got into their 80s, and then they dropped dead, alone. I sleep with the dog. No, I do, but I mean, we're not in the same bed. It's on the foot of the bed. Let's don't go into that. But it's hard on these people, I know, because I live by myself. I hope the Scouts will consider what they're doing to these young people, and if nothing else, just leave them alone. Don't take them into your program. Don't give them 8 years and then tell them they're a pervert and they're no good, because you're going to harm them. A mentor should at least offer hope. I hope I haven't offended, but if I did offend you, you damn well deserve to be offended. I don't like dead teenagers, if you will excuse me.